Hey, welcome back. It's Renee with Reset with Renee. I'm glad you're here checking out today's live video. It'll be my last reading for International Women's Day today, Wednesday, March 8th. And this is from a book. A client shared this book recommendation with me, and that's, by the way, one of my most favorite things about the work that I do is learning from my clients and then passing that learning on to others and vice versa. So this is from the book Quit Like a Woman, subtitle The Radical Choice to Not Drink in a Culture Obsessed with Alcohol. So I'm not reading this to say that you need to stop drinking, or you should. But I did just start reading this just last night, and a couple pages I was like, oh my goodness, this really goes along with some of the other readings that I've shared with you guys this week. So here we go. I have just a few minutes between clients and then going into my psychedelic assisted therapist training stuff later. So this is from page 7 of Quit Like a Woman. We are living at a time in history where more and more women are waking up to their infinite potential and calling out the systems that hold them down and keep them quiet, submissive, sick, second to, voiceless, and out of power. We have more socioeconomic and political clout than ever before. The movement started by women of color, the LGBTQIA community, and radical feminists have gained considerable momentum, and we've reached a tipping point. More of us are aware of the terms of our own oppression and of our complicity in the oppression of others. Sidebar. Not being treated with respect and equality by those that identify male is very harmful. But I can also say, as a female, having experienced the same oppression from other females totally blows your hair back. So there are times where we have been complicit with our own oppression. Okay. Words like misogyny, patriarchy, tone policing, white privilege, and gaslighting have become common lexicon. Women, now more than at any other time in history, are conscious of our collective subjugation. And yet, this is also the time in which women are drinking more than we have ever before. So, sidebar, when I used to teach at a university, one of the courses I taught was social work and substance abuse. And so we talked about the fact that alcohol consumption is rising for women, especially those that are in the child rearing age, and then also for people in general post-retirement. So people drink for pleasure and because of stress reduction as a coping tool. So here's a couple stats that I thought were interesting. So between 2002 and 2012, the rates of alcohol addiction among women rose by 84%, as in it nearly doubled. 1 in 10 adult American women will die an alcohol-related death, and from 2007 to 2017, so all pre-COVID, alcohol-related deaths among women rose 67% as opposed to 29% among men. It is a time of radical progression in almost every area of our collective experience, and a time of unprecedented rates of addiction coupled with an almost gross ambivalence toward our personal and societal relationship with alcohol. Here's the time in history where the future is female, the wine is pink, the yoga classes serve beer, and the death toll rises. Here's the time in history where masses of women fill the streets to protest against external oppression, then celebrate or cope or come down from it all with a glass of self-administered oppression. This book is about all these things, about the sickness in our society that drives us toward an unattainable perfection and lives we never bargained for, and what we do to manage that impossible situation. That's why I hashtag often connect inside, healing versus coping, and how to human. Okay, I'm skipping down a little bit. In other words, this book is about what makes us sick and keeps us sick. It's about our power as women, both as individuals and as a collective. Skipping ahead. And the thing about truth is, once you know it, you can never unknow it. So again, from the book, Quit Like a Woman. I thought that passage in there, what drives us toward an unattainable perfection and lives we never bargained for, and what we do to manage that impossible situation. For sure, I have yet to speak to a woman on a personal level or professional level that doesn't name pretty much those words or the sentiment of those words. So again, I'm here for empowerment of women so that you can live healthy, whole, empowered, heart-centered lives, and that we continue to invite others to come along and help change systems so that we have more equality and empowerment. So I hope you've enjoyed the readings I selected for International Women's Day. If I have time, I may post another post or two with some pictures, but I've got to run off to training. Thank you so much for tuning in here, and if you have any comments, I'd be curious to see what they are. Take care. Have a great day.